Hello, let's make connections. What do we have today? What do we have today? These look like reasonably normally sized words. No, no huge phrases or anything today. We've got some names: Brad, Spike, and Leo. Leo, Brad, Spike, and Dawn. I'm sure those have nothing to do with each other in the actual categories. Oh, and tap, rap, and snap. Yeah, they're doing this thing where they sort of put put kind of obvious similarities next to each other as complete misdirection. Okay, what might we find though? Spring and rain are both sources of water, possibly. Don't really see anything else like that. That doesn't feel right. Nail and pin. They're both sort of sharp things. A spike is sharp. Attack. Are there any others? Yeah, these are all, I guess, sort of thin, sharp things that can be driven into other things, I guess. Maybe it's part of it. That's the reason they're sharp, I guess. A snap and a brad. These are both things you could have on clothing to fasten clothing, maybe. Although I don't really see. I don't think I see others of those. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know enough about this to know if this is correct, but I feel as though snap and pass and maybe punt are things that happen in kind of NFL games. Do you spike? Yeah, you think people sort of spike the football, right? They sort of throw it down sort of aggressively to the ground. Is that three? I think that might be three. Is that three that I have? Or is it only two? I can't remember because I think I found two that were nothing. So I've got this, I've got tack, pin, nail. Oh no, spike was in there. Oh no, okay. Okay. That's frustrating. Good. Well, it's glad I didn't put any in yet then, because I don't know which of these is more likely to be correct. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was just looking at words that I haven't put in any categories yet. And I went back to spring and rain. There's also a well. A well is also a source of water, so maybe that's something. A tap, a water tap, like a sink tap. Yeah, okay, so that could be sources of water. So spring, rain, well tap. Okay, so the problem is I don't know which of those other ones I had. So I must have only found two before. But one of them one of them might not even be correct. So we had what? What was it again? We had nail, in theory, nail, spike, pin, and tack, I guess. What is a brad again? A brad is a fastener. Could that be the same category as this? Well, I sort of remember the existence of brads, but I can't remember what it is. Is that the one where it's got sort of two surfaces and you push it through something and then you pull them apart and then it cannot be pulled out any longer? Is that a brad? It might be. If so, that could fit in the sort of thin, sharp, narrow, sharp things category. So in theory, if that were the case, and I was relinquishing spike to put in the things you do with, like NFL football balls, then what would we be left with? We'd have Leo, Rap, Mike, and Don. Leo, Rap, Mike, Don. I mean, this feels like purple to me. This feels like parts of longer words or something. Oh, it's the beginnings of the names of either Renaissance artists or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who were uh, named after them. So Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello. Yeah, I mean, the category is probably going to be the Teenage Ninja Turtles one, I suspect. But yeah, they're obviously famously named for Renaissance artists. Okay, so yeah, that's probably purple. Let's try that. It was starts with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, okay, that's funny. So which of these do I think is blue? Um, I don't know. They were all kind of tricky for me to land on. Um, the water thing, maybe? Was that the last one that I saw? I obviously saw two earlier, but they overlapped. I don't know. Sure, let's try that. Spring rain well tap. I think that's correct. No, that was yellow. That was the easiest one. Sources of drinking water. Okay, so it doesn't really matter the order now. Nail. Make sure I don't make this mistake because of that overlapping spike. So nail, Brad, pin, and tack, and then spike, punt, snap, pass. Yeah, okay. Sharp fasteners. Oh, okay, specifically fasteners. Yeah, I guess that's true. Snap, spike, punt, pass are sort of football actions or something. Things you can do with a football. Okay, I think I said something to that effect. All right. Well, let's check the bot. Very tricky, it says. Yeah, I think that was pretty tricky. Okay, got 2 points for purple. What did I see first? I don't really remember, to be honest. These were very similar things you can do with the football and sharp fasteners. I think those, I mean, those overlapped for me, and so they were seen at a similar time. I think I saw sources of drinking water sort of early-ish, but discarded it. I didn't think it was correct initially because I only saw two, and then this obviously was last. Okay, so fasteners, tacks, yeah, tack, spike, nail, pin. That was my thought as well. Exactly that, I believe. Attached, attack, tap, nail, or pin. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of a similar idea, just as a verb, I guess, instead of a noun. Small fasteners, yeah, look at that. Tack, snap, nail, pin. All of these are kind of that same set of words. Turtle nicknames: Leo, Brad, Don, Mike. Good. Leo, Brad, Don, Mike. This is probably more. It's probably not turtle nicknames. This is probably actors, like maybe Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, and I don't know that maybe I'm not sure. Male given names: Leo, Brad, Spike, Don. Yeah, I mean that was just sort of in there as misdirection. All right, well those were the connections. Back tomorrow. Bye for now.